Yeah, Sally, I know what you're saying, but all I need to know is who's authorised it, because it's clearly a typo. We didn't need this many barrels. Where we're going to store them, it's going to cost us a fortune. Have they invoiced us yet? I mean, look at state at place. It's literally crates and crates and crates full. Pallets even. You're just making me nervous at how much it's going to cost me. I mean, we've got all kinds of colours. What's even in them? What's even in them? And what's that thing there? What's that box? Super fast fibre optic. Oh, nice one. That's all right. But who signed it off, Sally? You need to find out. And what's that one there? It looks like it's leaking. Luckily, it's on one of them anti-spill pallets, so I'll let that one ride. But come on, just find it out, because this can't happen again. We're going to have to ship this off. I know someone who flogs custard. I'll see if they want to buy any barrels. What's all this as well? Oh yeah, we've had some new electrics fitted, haven't we? Yeah, that makes sense. That. Just don't let it happen again, and let's just get on with video, because people are going to think I've gone crackers. I know we all make mistakes. Oh, I can't even believe you said that. Of course I'm going to admit it. I'm going to admit it right now. Thanks very much, though. Cheers. Hey up, folks. Are you back again? Listen, I'm not one for not admitting when I'm wrong and not putting my hands up and apologising, and I'm about to do that right now. Do you remember this video with this DRS37 and sound and whatnot? And I said Stay Alive weren't working, and I moaned about it, and I said I've emailed Richard at Roads and Rails. It were all true. I did email Richard at Roads and Rails, and he did reply and say take it out and send it to me. Anyway, basically, it took best part of a week for me to get round to taking body off, because life's busy, isn't it? And I've got work to do and stuff. And, yeah, I don't know how this happened, but I'm going to be honest now, you wouldn't have even guessed it. I tell you what, if I'd have bet York tea and China, you wouldn't have even guessed it. But I'm about to show you a big reveal as to what problem was. This what one with iPhone speaker, so I took body off, and I just, I didn't even see it for a few seconds, but there's iPhone speaker. Little things, aren't there? And then I'm thinking, all right, oh yeah. And then I saw that there, and I thought, oh my God. Oh my God, what an absolute dickhead. Yeah, I know why it ain't working, because it's still there looking packet. I don't even know how I did it. Honestly. I don't even know how I did that. It were a busy week. I were on afters when I fit them, and I've obviously fitted 2 and not 3. Anyway, I thought I'd make it up to you. I'm going to show you this 10 Commandments track cleaning wagon. Let's have a little look at it. Maybe this will take your mind off that big mistake I made. Anyway, I've come clean. I emailed Richard at Roads and Rails, and I think he saw funny side. Yeah. So apologies to Ormby, HM7000, and also to AE Models. Yeah, I get to the bottom of it. I was always going to be honest, but I just didn't know it was going to be that thing. So, yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? Anyway, so this wagon's quite a basic design. It's almost like Simple Stupid, and I don't know why I've not seen them, and no one's done them before, these people. But these 2 bits are on heavy weights. They've got a bit of material underneath them that sticks on with sticky back double-sided tape stuff. Basically, it tows round, and because it's not got out in the middle, it don't get snarled up in any of your point motor sticks coming through layout. So this is the first time I've opened it and seen it, so I put it on track here, and I thought I'd get it run. Then as a bit of a treat, as a bit of an apology for that nonsense I'd done, I'll get a new loco out at fostering service and show you. But basically, it only runs one direction. I don't know why I was shoving it backwards like that. But yeah, it runs one direction only, but let's see how good it is. And you get a big bag of spares, look, so that should last a while. And then after that, you can just use any old bits of cloth and stuff, just stick them on with double-sided tape. Should be all right. I've got some perfect cloths for them that'll literally last me years. You can read instructions there if you want. Just pause it. I think I'll leave it on long enough to read it, but if you're a slow reader, you might not get it all. But as you may or may not know, I normally use electrical contract cleaner to clean my track. This stuff says it can do it dry, so I'll see if it does it all right dry, and then I'll get a little squirt if not. But it does say that you can cock up, glue up underneath on sticky plastic stuff, so I'll run it dry. And here we go. Look, Lucky's back. Look, It's my old EWS that I never actually put a decoder in or ran, and I swapped it to Wayne Atkinson for them coal wagons. So it's back on fostering service. My old loco's back and it's got a decoder in it, and look how smooth it runs again. It got no sound, this one. Wayne don't like sound. I think he is basically that good at making his own sound effects. He just does it. I went round the other week and honestly, it sounds like a hi-fi system. Is unbelievable gift he's got. Hopefully one day I'll put that out on video, but unbelievable. So he does all the sounds. It's so accurate. It's so accurate. And funny thing, well, I didn't know this, but it were actually they used Wayne Atkinson's voice as the sound file for the actual real 66s. So it's actually Wayne's voice when you hear a real one go by, which I didn't know, but yeah, apparently it's true. So as you can see, this one, it can creep along nicely. They've got staylights built into them, these, so there's no issues when there's bits of grottiness on track. Well, low-level grottiness anyway. And yeah, I don't even think it's had a decent run in, has it, Wayne, to be fair? So what I'm going to do is going to back onto the cleaning wagon. It's only one wagon, so it's not going to cause it any issues. And basically he'll drag it round for a few loops until I get bored of waiting, and then we'll check it out. And it's all exciting, isn't it? Will it be dirty? Will it not be dirty? Well, I'll tell you now, my track's minging at minute. So if it comes back looking clean, then I know that it's no good, and I'll report that back. There's still no news on my accurascale 66 that's in for repair with accurascale. It's been 6 weeks now, so just to give you a heads up, if you got problems, don't expect a quick turnaround. I think he quoted me a month saying because it was busy because it's Christmas, but like I say, 6 weeks. And just on another side note, and I don't know if any is going to think I'm talking waffle and nonsense, but this is genuinely serious now. I've noticed my track, I don't clean my track until I start having running problems, because you can lose your life cleaning track. Which is why I bought this wagon, so basically I'm hoping that this will stop me having to do regular cleaning. Well, not regular, probably do it once every 6 months. But what I've noticed is, my bachmann, when I'm running on dirty track, what I'll get is I'll get the odd flicker at lights, and very worst case scenario, it might pause, but I don't even think they do. I just think I get flickery lights. But the running's absolutely normal, the speed control and all that's normal. My Cavalex 56, when I run that on dirty track, it just runs like an absolute monster. It don't give a monkey's how to do it. I've never known it. I've never known lights flicker. Nothing goes wrong with it. Nothing. It doesn't stop on anything. It just keeps going and going. It's like them Duracell bunnies. The accurascales, what I've noticed when my track's getting a bit groggy, sometimes they have a little bit of intermittent, like, speed shifting. Do you know what I'm saying there? It's like, say, for example, it's doing 30 mile an hour scale speed. It might all of a sudden slow down to 20, but then speed up to 35 before settling. And then sometimes, if I go to stop it, it doesn't like receive that signal for quite a while sometimes. It's only occasionally, and it's only when the track's really dirty. But what I was thinking is, they've got same decoder as Cavalex, which is Lock Sound 5. So it's not the decoder, but what could it possibly be? Why would they be sensitive to it when others aren't? It's a question that baffles me. Does anyone know? Anyway, you probably just think, no, it doesn't. That's absolute nonsense. But it actually does. I've experienced it with Wayne's 31, because I run that 31 on upper loop, and I ain't cleaned that upper loop in forever, and it were running garbage. I've cleaned it up, and it's running perfect now. So, yeah, I do think that with that. And also, when I had my 66, that were doing it, although that ended up being a dodgy motor anyway. But I've certainly had some of my 37s do it as well. It's like kind of my warning system for your track needs cleaning. Anyway, but Cavalex don't do it, and Bachmann don't speed shift, they just do it, and they've all got Lock Sound 5s. So, yeah, who knows. Anyway, I've been waffling on, and he's all connected up now, so I'm going to take him across this double slip to outer loop. As you can see, it's all connected up. It's got a standard tension lock coupling on back, this one. And Wayne's got detail front end on this, so it's not got a coupling on front, which I think looks well better. It's a right decent look, that Wayne. So this wagon, and you can run it round at back of a rake. You can run it mid-rake because it's got like a coupling hole at back, so you can hook it up. and put it mid-train. It don't look the best, does it, as you can see? But what I'm going to do, I've got a container wagon file, a container even, not wagon, container file that goes on wagons. And part of that file is all different versions of it, and one of them's got an hollow bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print that hollow bottom out, and I'm going to just black tack it onto that cleaning wagon. So then hopefully I can run it mid-rake, and it'll. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you start zooming in on bogey area, it's going to look rubbish, but it's going to look better than it does, and I think it'll sit in nicely. And it won't be me if I didn't get a cheeky advertisement shot on my recent printed wagon. I've had quite a few people asking me if I'm selling these. Absolutely no intention of selling them. I wouldn't do that. The guy, I bought the file from a guy, I don't know what his name is, but he's on Cults 3D. He don't rip people off. It was £4 and a couple of pence, that file. And for that £4, I can print 1 million of them for my own layout. That's the deal. You can print as many as you want for yourself, but you can't sell them, which I think is fair enough. He's obviously worked his socks off to make that, and it's absolutely amazing. And I wouldn't disrespect someone and start trying to knock these out for profit. One, I don't particularly need money, without sounding like an idiot. I don't particularly need money, although it'd be nice to get some free money, but it won't be free money because these don't print in 2 minutes, folks. They're it's probably, when I've got it on ice settings for quality, by the time I've changed them and cleaned them and all that, to print a top and a base, it's probably best part of 6 or 7 hours, to be fair. So I just leave it printing, go out and do whatever, and then just keep grabbing them later. So it took me best part of 3 days on and off printing 3 wagons up. So to me, it's not worth time for selling them. The little detail stuff maybe, but even that. Do you know what I'll do is I'll give odd bits away, because I don't think there's any rules about giving stuff away. So bits and pieces I will print and I'll gift to people for free. Not that I want inundating with 1 billion messages, but some people need a few bits, don't they, and a bit of a legs up. So I'm happy to do that now and again. So if any of you have got 3D printers and you don't know how to find these files, I went on a website called cults3d.com, and if you just search model railway wagon, you'll find it quite easily. There's a photo of it, it's been painted red, and you can tell it's this one. And like I say, it's £4 or £4.9 or something like that, which is an absolute bargain. Once I've got all 3 built and in a rake, I'll take a photo and send it to him, and he can put it on his website if he wants, just to give people an idea what you can do with them, because I think by the time they're all done and dusted and weathered properly, I mean, I need to fix them bogies. I'm not happy with bogey weathering on these. It's just wrong colour, but it looked all right when I was spraying it, but under these lights in here, it looks bright, crazy colour. Right, 37402, now with Stay Alive, is actually going to get his sent out that way, because he's doing my head in there. He's been brought down all week, and I'm thinking faulty goods. And I can't apologise enough to people. If anyone's thought, oh God, I'm not buying one of them because of that. I mean, I didn't say if I never ever report stuff to try and put people off. I don't want to have that kind of thing, because I think them HM7000s at 55 quid were not what I paid, and he's got them back on offer now at Roads and Rails. So there was 70 quid at Donny show the other day, so at 55 they're a steal. So if you're umming and ahhing, buy them while he's got them on offer. So Richard, I hope you appreciate that little punt. But yeah, they're a bargain, and they sound all right. And get yourself an iPhone speaker or one of them Cube upgrade speakers, and they sound as good as anything, to be fair. And then if you go on Highfell's channel, his last video, you can modify horns and stuff, because the only thing I didn't particularly like is you press on button and then you press it again, it'll do a different horn, and it has variations of horns, but you can delete off ones you don't want, which is what I'm going to do once I get my head around that Eiffel video, which is quite straightforward. But I was kind of busy when I was watching it, so I was like half watching it and half trying to do other stuff, and it probably needs full attention. But yeah, you can delete them off, so you can have it set just as your favourite horn, which is absolutely decent. You can even modify all lights and get them to do all kinds of stuff, strobing effects and all sorts. If you wanted to do any like line side raves, it'd be good to do some strobing, and you could get all young kids round and that and start playing some techno music. Anyway, in other news, I haven't bought one of them 60s yet, have I? I'm still pondering it, you know. I don't like to get put off stuff by other people's words and opinions, but there's been so many where they've had to go back, and I just think I've already got one loco gone back at minute to accurascale. And I know there's going to be 1,000 people that have got perfect ones that are not reporting it, because normally it's only when you get a bad one that you start complaining into it. But I know Peter Dixon's got 2 beautiful ones, which are perfect, but that's the only one, and I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and to be fair, I'm struggling to make a decision. I think realistically, my money now needs to go on wagons and coaches rather than locos, especially while I've got these fostered 11, because that's loads of new ones. That's put me at about 30 locos now. I've got a couple on pre-order that haven't turned up yet that are imminent. So I've got loads of wagons, and I haven't hardly got any rolling stock for them to pull. I've got a few bits, but they're all the same, aren't they? I'm sick of seeing the same stuff, and I'll print a few of these, but let's face it, I've already got a load of these, so it's not that different. And what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to go down a 3D printing wormhole of finding a load of wagons to print, because it is, don't get me wrong, it's a bit of hassle. It's good, it's cheap, and if you've got the time and that, but I work full time, I've got a family, I've got a young daughter, and I don't get enough of my time as it is. So I don't want to be adding too many extras, especially this YouTube and replying to everyone. It all takes time. So I ain't going down that hole. I just wanted to see what it were like, if I can get my words out, and basically let you guys see what it's like, because I think they're all right. I think they really are all right, these 3D printers. They're well good. And just jumping back a couple of minutes, what I was saying about these Caval X60s, how weird is it that like 2 videos ago, I was basically saying to accurascale, listen, you need to open up a Caval X and see what motor they're using, and start using their stuff, and then I feel like I've half jinxed it. Do you think I've got some kind of special ability where I can jinx stuff? Because if I have, there's a certain ex-girlfriend I've got, and I really don't want her car engine to blow up, and then I really don't want gearbox to fall off and bash her on toe. Anyway, look at that disconnecting. Do you know what? Believe it or not, that's the only one on that rake that's not a accurascale wagon. That one's a Hornby. For some reason on this video, it just decided it didn't want to go over KD coupling magnet. I don't know if it's wheel spacings on it or what, but it just kept lifting up on it, so I took it off in end. It disconnected about 6 times, even though last week on my last video it ran round about 65 loops without a problem. So who knows what's gone off there. I need one of them little metal back-to-back gauge things. It's one of them things that I need, but I've never bought. It's like them little, them little tiny drill bits. I need some of them, and I've never bought them. There's so many little things, because it all adds up, doesn't it? And you've got to spend your money wisely. So yeah, I do need one of them, because it's probably just back-to-backs on them wheels. I don't really know how they work on wheels. I assume the wheels are pushed onto the axle and they move about. Otherwise, why would them things exist? So yeah, you'll have to let me know. Anyway, I've got no idea how many loops he's done, but he's been doing a few. He's done at least 10 to 15. So let's have a little look, shall we? And look at the state of it, look. So yeah, that's jet black, innit? So now what you can do is you can move them, you can reposition them, which is what I'm about to do, and then I'm going to shove it back on. But as you can see, it goes back on on its own like magic. Did you see that? And now I'm going to run him around a bit more. So while he's running around, just as a bit of a tester, I'm going to get a bit of T-shirt, and I'm going to rub it on the line that it's been cleaning, and then I'm going to rub it on a line that hasn't been cleaned. And I can't remember what's what with it when I clean these and when I didn't clean these. But this is one that's just been done. So as you can see, rubbing it backwards and forwards. And there's a little bit on there, look, but it's not as bad as that thingy was. So let's have a look on another bit of track now. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too great. I don't know. So I'll rub it on this inner loop now, and we'll see what's what there. And if you might be able, it's a scientific fair test. I've used a clean bit of thingy, and look at that, it's miles dirtier, so it's definitely done a job. And then I thought, it's a bit rubbish this, because that inner loop's nowhere near that loop. So if I go onto the viaduct, there's literally two lines next to each other, which one's been cleaned. And look how I'm holding my wrist, look. I have to do that, you know. I don't really, that was just to stop up t-shirt dragging onto the track and snarling the place up. And listen, just on a side note, if you are going to do this test, you don't be an idiot and make sure you use one of your missus's t-shirts. Don't use your own t-shirts because you're going to ruin them. This nice peach coloured t-shirt were her favourite, but as you've seen, then I cleaned that bit and it was pretty clean. That I cleaned this bit here, and it's a lot dirtier than the other bit. So yeah, we'll do it one more time. A fresh bit on my finger, as you can see. Sorry about camera, mate. I'm just holding it crackers, aren't I? So look, there's a little bit of nonsense. I picked up a little bit of gravel or something, but apart from that, on left of that, it's pretty clean. And then other one, we'll go back down onto it, and we'll do a bit of rubbing it. And as you can see, look, it's miles muckier, that other track, so it definitely has a purpose. And I'm going to score it 4 thumbs, not 5 because it's a little bit ugly, but with a container on it, it'll probably be 5, won't it? Right, I've been getting asked about these wagons, weight of them. That one I've printed's 41 grams and a Bachmann original comes in at 53 grams. So it's 12 grams lighter. It runs absolutely fine. This has got a little bit of detail. Look, it's got in between, it's got one of them little hook connectors, whereas this one ain't got it. I mean, guy who made these, they're not Bachmann copies, they're just replicas, originals, what he's used photos of, so it's not a copy. But it's underneath, there's an air tanky type thing, I think it's all to do with brakes. It's not got that, but you could always print that and add it as well, so it can all be modified. I've crammed too much in and got to end, folks, so hope you liked it. See you next time. Cheers.